Oh my God, we have to talk. This is Matt Sardo, Monkeys Fighting Robots, and I just read the first 2 issues of The Holy Roller from Image Comics. This book comes out on November 22nd. Okay, we need to talk about the cast of characters that are working on this book. Comedian Andy Samberg, Fallout Boy's Joe Trohman, and Rick Remender are the writers on this. This book is insanely witty, and I don't know if it's well written, but the banter is bonkers good. This book is made for 35 to 45-year-old dudes, bros. There's so much funny shit in there. There's paperboy jokes. There's so many good jokes in here. Like, you could just tell, like, hey, this was written by an SNL writer. I just couldn't believe it. I was just like reading the banter of the kids and the 80s arcade scene, and I was like, oh my God, somebody's writing this book for me. It's like, oh my God, it's like SNL worthy kind of stuff. And I'm like, what is this? And then the action happens, and I'm just like, my head just explodes. Boom. It's bonkers good. Here's what the book's about. The Holy Roller is a tale of a trick-bowling-ball-wielding vigilante battling to liberate his home by bowling the perfect game against evil. Kingpin meets Inglourious Basterds meets Batman with equal parts action and humor. To care for his ailing father, pro bowler Levi Cohen is forced to quit his dream job and return to his hometown, which he soon discovers has been overrun by neo-Nazis. With only his bowling ball collection to defend himself, Levi becomes the Holy Roller! Oh my God! I am so pumped after reading this book, and we haven't even talked about the art yet. Oh man. It's so much fun and so good, and to watch neo-Nazis get destroyed with a bowling ball feels so good. So good. And so the main character kind of looks like Andy Samberg, but the dad looks like Judd Hirsch. And I love Judd Hirsch. Like, he's my favorite. So, like, there's a lot of really fun things happening in there. And then also you have the social commentary on today with all the dickheads in the world. And if you're one of those people who's like, oh man, I really hate what's going on in the world, and I wish I can bash some neo-Nazis with a bowling ball, this book is perfect for you. Oh my God. It's just bonkers. It's just so much fun. I just can't. I just can't do it anymore. It's so good. All right, let's talk about some art. Let's break down some art because I think I'm just going to explode. I'm going to explode here. The artist is Roland Boschi, and the colorist is Moreno Dinisio, and it's good. It's so good. The art reminds me of Southern Bastards, and the action definitely reminds me of that book where everything's just brutal in your face and bloody. And of course, the preview pages that we have are not that. But you get to see the ball. Like, this ball right here makes the magic. And then you see a nice young Judd Hirsch, and he's getting ready to try to pull off the 7-10 split. I love the coloring on this. The book just like oozes mystical elements at me. And then you have all the lights in the background. Very cinematic quality going on with this. And then you're just eyeing those pins. And then you have the reveal of the Holy Roller. And I don't know who that guy with the cigar is, but he kind of looks like from a movie that I might have seen. And again, I do like this aspect of the book that there are people in this that look like real people, because there's such a cinematic quality of insanity to this that it's really good. This panel with the 7-10 split in action, I've never seen bowling in action in a comic book before, but I love how it is produced in this. Like, look at these colors. Look how they pop. And then look at the diagonal goes across to the page turn. You got the spin of the ball, everything going on there. I love these bright lights in the background. And you know that tone of the floor at a bowling alley because you've been there, and you got the guy smoking. You can smell it. Like a lot of visualization going on here right now. And then the way everything kind of goes to a diagonal to the page turn, and then you flip the page, and bam, the clank, and then the jump for joy. And then you just realize that you're in this like crappy bowling alley. You're in this dream sequence, and that's how an athlete works, is they kind of zone in and they don't see anything else. And then you have the reveal of, oh, this is what was going on. Pizza Land bowling tournament. Woo! But yeah, like I really enjoyed the visualization of an athlete going through and just blocking out all the noise, and that's what they see. They just like, listen, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to knock these pins down, and I'm going to focus on only that. And then you have the reveal of like, oh, this is the town. And then you have a nice setup with the page turn of the empty chair. You're like, what? Who is that? Who is this? Who is this? And then you go to the arcade. Hey, did you write this comic book for me? Because it kind of looks like you wrote it for me, because that was my childhood right there. And I'm sure I probably had some asshole bullying me too, because that's what happened in the 80s. Oh, man, it was so good. You have the nice colors. Look how this thing pops. It really pops well. Nice cinematic drop-in shot, and then the focus on the quarters, like all the elements. And then Paperboy, which is like a weird game to begin with because it had the steering wheel of a bike. Like they got that down. And then, friends watching, and then, oh, the girl pops in. And then look at that diagonal of the three girls. You got top panel right there, and then close up of her eyes. And then, okay, you can see like she's impressed. And then she's joined the company. Like it goes full circle, like a nice little Z going across. And then you're at the page turn, and you see the bowling alley. Everybody's having fun. And, life can't just be fun in the 80s. Somebody has to get bullied. Boom. I don't even need to know that guy's name, but that guy's name is Chet. And then look at him. Look at like how he's hanging. He's got his pants pegged. He's got his collar popped, and then he's just being a douchebag. Oh, I really like this one. This real thin panel right here, where he's like down trying to get the quarters, and then you have the evil guy just sitting there at this nice angle, and then boom, the kick, and then the close up to the face, and you're like, fudge. Oh man, I've explosive fun. This book is explosive fun. I think that's going to be my call to action. I don't know when the FOC is for this, the final cutoff. But I would, as soon as you see this, like text message or DM or a video chat or however you talk to your comic book shop, like tell them, like, listen, put the Holy Roller on my pull list, because this book is fun. It's fun. It's so much fun. And then like the shit is hitting the fan. And I'm like, how is this going to go? I don't know how this is going to go. But I do know that some neo-Nazis are going to get their asses kicked. And oh my God, I'm so pumped up for that. All right. You guys have an amazing weekend. I will talk to you on Monday with some more books to talk about. There's so many issue ones coming out from Image Comics, and it's going to be crazy. YouTube has this crazy new thing now where, like, if I say, please subscribe to our channel, the subscribe thing is supposed to go bloop, 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 and make some noise, and or like smash the like button or smash this. It's supposed to make a different thing. So check out to see if you've made it this far and you haven't subscribed, see if something, makes something happens on the page or on your phone. But if you haven't, like, definitely subscribe to this channel, because we are going to be talking comic books. We're going to be talking about comic books so much, and there's so many good books coming out, and I can't wait to talk about them. I can't wait to talk about them with you. Really can't.